Hey guys, it's me again. I was planning on making you one card, but I ended up making two, so bonus! Yay! I hope you enjoy this video. I dubbed over it again. I spoke over it, so I sped it up for you. So 2 cards for the price of 1. Not really. I'm not really charging you, so that's not really what it is. But I am going to go ahead and let you watch this video of a card that I've made for my downline. She just reached an awesome accomplishment. She made silver. Woo woo, silver. Woo. If I had fireworks, I could do fireworks. So I made her card, and I'm going to send it to her with a bunch of goodies, because if you're in my downline and you get up a level or you make an accomplishment within the company, then I will send you a goodie. So anyways, if you want to join my team, you can go to JackieRenfro.Stampin'Up.net and go up to the join, and it's really easy. It's the best discount that Stampin' Up has to offer. The best. And then you get a discount for everything that you want to purchase. A discount. So you can either do it as a hobby or a business, whatever you want. And it's easy. I started off as a hobby demonstrator, and then I got really into it, and now I sell it, and I do classes, and I've got downline, and it's really fun. So if you want to be part of my team, which is super fun, we have an awesome team. So you need to join. That was my commercial. You're welcome. All right, enjoy this video. I will see you later. Bye. The stamp sets that we are going to be using today are the Love What You Do and the Thoughtful Banners. It's a great stamp set. The other things we're going to use is the stitched framelit dies. I'm going to use the largest of the ovals. And then powder pink, and I cut it at A2 size. I scored it at 4 1/4. And then old olive. I'm going to need that whole sheet. Lovely lipstick. And old olive ink pad. That's the old ink pad. And then that's the powder pink. The lovely lipstick is the new ink pad. Then the layered leaves embossing folder. That's a dynamic folder. So that, and then this is the delightfully detailed laser cut specialty paper. It's super delicate. And I'm going to be using a couple of these things. The first card will use that top layer. See how it's vanilla on one side? Isn't that pretty how that looks? And then Whisper White on the other. I love how versatile it is. It is so nice. I love it. Then this is the classic label punch and the leaf punch we're going to use. Ooh, I kind of put it in fast forward. And then this is the copper thread that we're going to be using. So I'm taking out the Whisper White after I cut it out of that oval framelit, sticking it right back in so I don't lose it, because I tend to lose my framelits if I don't stick them right back in. Now for some stamping, I'm going to use this stamping pad with the grid paper, but I like to have that stamping pad when I'm using the photopolymer stamps. So we are going to use that image there. Oh, that was fast. Wow, powdered pink is the first one we're going to be using. Then we're going to just kind of stamp it over to the side there. There we go. And then, okay, get it down there really good. Press down on it, and then a little bit, I'm going to take this next one, I'm going to go off of the oval just slightly, so part of the stem is off. And then just press it down. There you go. And then the other image that we're using is kind of gives it a watercolor effect. And if you notice, I stamped off, so that's called the second generation, and that's what we're doing there, or I'm doing. And I'll get all of these flowers. My dogs are barking again. Sorry, somebody must be home. And again, and I got a little smudgy on there. I'll point it out because I always have to point it out. Then I was so distracted by that I didn't stamp off that one, but it doesn't matter because it just adds dimension to it. See, oh, that's sad. I made a little smudge. We're not taking the old olive. What am I thinking? We're not doing that yet. we're going to do the lovely lipstick. Yay for lovely lipstick. And this is the new ink pad style, which I love, the new ink pad style. So we're going to take that flowered image, the bigger of the flowered image. I pulled that out just to show you. Ooh, and that was quick. You gotta be fast. You gotta be fast. Okay, there we go. So we've got that. We're gonna stamp it down. Stamp it down. There you go. And then we're gonna take the other watercolor image. I'll show you here in just a sec. This watercolor image. Wow, that was fast. Sorry about that. I'm not going back to edit it. You'll know. See that image right there? Then we're doing second generation again. And I'm going over the flowers. Isn't that cool, the way that makes that look? I love it. I am tongue-tied today. I am so sorry. I cannot talk. Here we go. And we're going to go over it again. There we go. Now we'll take the old olive and we're going to take that little tiny leaf. There we go. See this little tiny, and it's going to be the first generation. There we go. The little tiny leaf. Isn't it cute? There we go. Press down really good. And we'll go on the other side and we're going to press it down. Doesn't it look like a fun bunch of flowers? I just love it. So then what I did was I stamped and I fussy cut, see that? I don't know why I colored it, but I did. I used it for my other one. And then I put it over there, and I wasn't real particular about having it down perfectly. And then I did a second generation of that old olive with this stem. And I went over it like so. There. And then when you take off the masking, it won't show. So see. Okay, that's it for that part. Move that other way, and I don't know why I folded that over. Bothered me. So here's a full sheet of old olive cardstock, and I cut it in half. I just showed you that. Then I cut it again by, I don't know. I'll tell you. I cut it. Well, I embossed it first, and then I cut it by 5.5 by 2 3/8. And I'll show you the piece. And I always save my scraps. You're going to need that other piece, so make sure you do it just like I'm showing you here. So I took that 5.5 by 2 3/8. See, it's showing you right there. Keep all your scraps. Cut your paper just like I'm telling you. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put that little piece of laser cut paper, and then I snip it off to size. So it'll be 5.5. Because that's how long it is. Well, there you go. And then I just took some glue dots and put that on the embossing, or the embossed old olive paper. And the reason why I did that was because it just sticks better than the snail with the, when I emboss stuff. It just looks a lot better, or works a lot better with the glue dots. And then I'm just kind of positioning that on there to see where I need to put it. I just liked the way that little piece added something. I thought I had some of that lacy ribbon, and I didn't. So I had this, and I was like, ta-da, this is what I needed. So I was going to put lacy ribbon along the side there and let it stick out. And then here we go. So put a little bit of glue. That's way too much glue. Way too much glue. See, I scold myself. No, Jackie. So you put just a little, see, I'm like, just put a little tiny. So then you take your little sponge that you've cut up into 4 pieces, and then you put a little clip on it like I did, and then you just sponge that mono adhesive glue onto the back of your little laser paper. And then I'm going to put it down here, just like this. Smooth it down. Perfect. It looks great. My hands are all sticky. And then I'm just seeing where I'm going to put that oval on there. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the, so I want you to punch this leaf out just like I'm doing, right in the corner there, because you're going to use this for your next card. So put it in the very corner, just like so. See that? See, I'm showing you. That's how you want it. And put that aside for your next card that we're going to be making today. Okay, so here's the copper thread. Did I say copper wire earlier? Maybe I did and didn't put it on here. But okay, so the copper thread, so just wind it around. Wind it, wind it, wind it around your fingers. And then once you get it to the amount that you want, just snip it off. And then take it off your fingers and then grasp it in the middle. See, it's kind of, it doesn't matter though. It doesn't have to be perfect. So just make sure that it looks like an 8 or an infinity sign. And then you're going to take, yep, see that? The glue dots, and you're going to put it right in the middle. Just like that. Otherwise, it'll come apart and you'll be sad. Super sad face. Then I just stuck it right on the back, just like if it was in a little girl's hair. Aww, right there on the side. You know how little girls have those the bows in their hair. It's so adorable. It's great big giant bows. They're so cute, just like in the old-timey days. Okay, so here is the dimensionals, and I'm putting them on the back because you have to pop stuff up, of course. Love doing that. Okay. Then set it down, and I'm just kind of seeing where I want it. You know, I want that leaf sticking out on the other side because I love that it coordinates with the embossing folder. Everything coordinates. I love it with Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up is cool. All right, there we go. Stick it on there. Ta-da! Very nice. Now I'm going to take the leaf and I'm going to take some glue dots. I'm going to put those on the back of the leaf. There. Ta-da! Tried to make this a really fast video, obviously, because everything's so sweet. Okay, so then just stick it behind there. I kind of lifted it up a little bit because there was the dimensionals right there. See? Oh, so nice. Then I took a scrap of Whisper White and I punched it out with the classic label punch. And then I'm going to use the celebration time. Come on. I used the celebrate from the Thoughtful Banners. Because I'm celebrating my downline. She just reached silver. Woohoo! So I'm sending her a present. Presents, I should say, plural. Okay, taking the Memento ink. And there we go. Yes, if you're part of my downline, look how I'm using the grid paper to straighten it up. Gotta use that grid paper. So if you're part of my downline and you reach certain milestones, I send you a stamp set. If you reach Bronze Elite, I am going to send lots of goodies to her for reaching silver because that's huge. And yeah, we have a lot of fun in my group. So if you want to sign up under me, I would definitely do it. Plus, it's the best deal that Stampin' Up has. Okay, look at that. So cute. I love how it looks. But of course, since she reached silver, I had to put a little silver on there. So I took my basic jewels, which I'll be getting. There you go. And I put some on the side there. So nice. Yes, like I said, being part of Stampin' Up is awesome. It's the best discount ever if you sign up. And you can just be a hobby demonstrator. Okay, remember this? All right. So I scored it, and then I took more of that delightfully detailed laser cut specialty paper, say that 3 times fast, and I cut the square out, and then I cut the corner out of it so that the leaf would be in the corner. So I'm wiping it off because the last time I got some sticky stuff on, and I wiped it with a baby wipe, and then I dried it with a paper towel. So now I'm going to be using the vanilla side, not the white side, not the Whisper White side. So then I'm just kind of dabbing it, dab, dab, dab. I saw this tip with another very famous Stampin' Up demonstrator. This was brilliant. She's brilliant. So, and then I just wiped all the sticky stuff off because I didn't want my paper to stick. So you just put it down in the corner there. I wanted to make sure that my leaf was showing also, because there'll be a reason. And then I'm going to take that corner piece. See, I'm using all my scraps. Use and recycle. Okay, there we go. Then I am going to go ahead and put that in the corner, just kind of framing that leaf. There we go. And do you remember the piece that we cut off of the, see that long piece? That long piece we cut off, or cut it in half, or at 5.5. Well, this piece works perfectly to go alongside right here. Check that out. Oh yeah. Looks good. I love this delightfully detailed laser cut specialty paper. But wait, there's more. Isn't that cool? I just love that. I just love how it's... Okay, I'm going to take this copper paper. This stuff, okay, so it comes with 2 sheets. And what I should have done is cut that. I should have cut that in half so that only the bottom portion was on there, but I didn't because I thought this was cool. So I should have cut it on the bottom because, oh, I just snailed it down. See? Oh, isn't that pretty? Don't you love how the copper is behind the leaf? So pretty. Love that. And then I'm going to take this punch. I can't remember what it's called, but it's in the catalog, and I'll put it on the screen. I'm taking the larger of the 2. And then I'm going to take the thank you out of the thoughtful banners. Because I thought, you know, I always need lots of thank you cards because I'm very thankful for my friends and my family. So there is putting it on a little block. And then I'm gonna put it on a smaller one. I'll get some scrap paper. Why did I not edit that out? Okay. There's my scrap paper. You can see I used it for a lot of different things. I'm going to stamp it with the lovely lipstick. Lovely lipstick. There we go. Ooh. Lovely lipstick. Stamp it down, Jackie. And that is the Very Vanilla cardstock, by the way. Not Whisper White if I said that. Then I'm going to take the smaller of those 2 scalloped punch. Oh, maybe it's called a scallop punch. And I'm just cutting that out. Isn't that a pretty thank you? I love this. Thoughtful banners is so awesome because they're so little and they fit perfectly on cards. Then I'm going to, I thought I was going to put it there, which it would have worked, but I decided not to put it there. I'm going to put the dimensionals on the back. I was going to glue dot it. And then I was like, no, dimensionals, come on. So I got my dimensionals. I just used the big dimensionals. I used 2 right next to each other. I didn't use the tiny ones. I used the tiny dimensionals for that other card. And then I'm just going to put it, don't you love the way that copper paper looks? I love it. So pretty. Love, love, love. And then I'm using I used the oval framelits, and I used the biggest of the scallop. And I cut that out. I was just showing you that. Then I was going to use, that's the sentiment I use. I'm so lucky to have a friend like you. So I was going to use my block, but I was really paranoid about how it would look because I was afraid that I would need to restamp it. So I went ahead and used my Stamparatus, so I had to wipe off my stamp, and I was just showing you that I have this awesome scrubby from Stampin'Up. I can't remember what it's called. I'll put that name on there too. So I put the scrap piece from where I cut out the oval. Okay, see that? That is another piece that I forgot what it's called, the silicone mat. I'm going to put it under there so I don't have to worry about my stamp not stamping. So that's what I do for my photopolymer stamps. So I'm just trying to put my scrap paper back in there. And I noted, wait, and I put my magnets down. Don't put your magnets together because they'll break. All right, I'm just positioning it on the stamp to see where I want it to go. This is the easiest way, so if you don't want to mess up, you can do this. And then I pulled it up. Oh, what? Crazy. Well, I just stuck it right back where it went. No big deal. That's why you want to keep that scrap paper too when you want to stick. Because if I was doing multiple cards, this would come in super, super handy. Do you see that? And I could pull it off. And if it didn't look right, I could stick it right back in there and re-stamp it. So that's why I like keeping the scraps, so I can stick any kind of an image back in there. All right, so now that's stamped perfectly, I might add, I'm going to snail it down, people. I'm going to snail it. There we go. I did not pop this up, which I could have, but I didn't. See how I could have just went ahead and done the bottom, like a strip of the copper foil on the bottom, not foil, the copper paper on the bottom. And then I could have used that other top piece for something else. So this, I just wiped off some of my fingerprints with the baby wipe. Isn't that pretty? I just love the way that leaf looks. Okay, so I decided to put the sentiment in the middle of that circle. This one was a really fast card, you guys. So then I just figured I'd use the scraps from the other thing that I see. Isn't that pretty? Oh, but wait, I couldn't stand it. And so I had to put the pearls on. So I'm always doing way too much. So, but I love it. I don't know, you know, some people just either like it or they don't. But you can do it however you want. That's how awesome this stuff is. It's so versatile. This stuff by Stampin' Up. It's amazing. Okay, so I put a few over here. I used the big one. Oh, I decided not to use the big one. So I used the second size up. And just kind of, I love making it just look like it's kind of all over the place. Just a little twinkle here and there. Isn't that pretty? I know that there are people that would love this card. And it looks like I spent a long time on it. Isn't that pretty? So I made the 2 cards. This is the first one. I have to show you how shiny it is. Shiny. Do you love it? Thanks for watching, guys. Hit like and subscribe. And don't forget to go join my team at www.jackierenfro.stampinup.net. See you later. Bye.